Hey, what's up guys, it's Mike with Alpha Reptile back with another video today. Today I have a bit of a kind of more like personal video, I suppose. It's basically just going to be a life update and kind of all the stuff that's happened. For those of you that really care, chances are most of you won't watch this video. What's going to happen is just kind of like a little bit of a recap of what's happened in the past year, and just kind of where I am standing here today, I guess, like what's going on, what I have planned, that kind of thing, just so you guys have some idea and are maybe able to connect a little bit more with me. It's kind of a weird random Wednesday video, and tomorrow's video will be me picking up the baby Uromastic, so if you're interested in reptile content, go check that out tomorrow. If you're interested in kind of knowing me, I guess stick around. So in today's video, we're going to talk about a couple different things. We're going to talk about moving to Australia. I will be making a video on specifically why I'm moving to Australia, or like what my kind of plans are right now. This is just going to be a general talk about moving to Australia. I guess I'm going to talk about a little bit what my plans are post-university and in the next year or so, and then I guess kind of what happened in the past year, like from last year till now. If you guys are interested, make sure you stick around. If not, we'll see you tomorrow. So I guess we'll start off this video in kind of chronological order and talk about what has happened last year, pretty much actually a year from now, and it's the main reason why I did not do May Madness last year. Last year, beginning of May, I did a block week class at the University of Calgary, and then I went on to going with a bunch of my now friends to Belize for 2 weeks to do I guess a research project in biodiversity and conservation. Belize was one of the trips that I'll never ever forget. We did some cool research on ants. Our research that we conducted was related to the leafcutter ants and their varying areas of diurnal versus nocturnal activity. I'm not going to go into the study here unless you guys are really interested. Let me know and maybe I'll make a video on my other channel or something like that. Belize was one of the most influential kind of, I guess, shaping moments of my life up to this point, which is kind of crazy to say, but it's really not an understatement. It was one of the first times that I've ever just kind of felt like present. I don't know if that makes sense. Just kind of able to let all the little stressors go and all the negatives just kind of go by the wayside. And it was a challenging time for the relationship that I was in at the time. My ex, I suppose now, and I ended up breaking up in July, and that was basically a 6.5-year relationship that just kind of faded into the ether. So I'm not like, don't show sympathy, nothing like that. I'm just saying that that's what happened. That kind of freed me up to do a lot of stuff after Belize. I ended up enjoying the rest of my summer. Belize was really the beginning of the kind of like reformation and deciding what I want to do with my life. Obviously, I'm still not there. You guys will see when I talk about Australia later. I'm not really sure what I'm going to be doing, but I do want to move there. So speaking about Australia, I might as well talk about it now. I've mentioned it several times. People are really confused as to what's happening. I will let you know that I understand I won't be able to bring any of my animals with me. That's not the plan. I know some people are like, oh, you're going to move to Australia and you're going to start to rebuild. No, when I move to Australia, I'm not going to own any animals. I will be herping and I will be visiting zoos and hopefully private collections as well. But I'm not going to be keeping any animals while there. I'm only planning to stay for at the least amount of time, like 6 months or so, and then at the most amount of time, about 2 years. I don't know if that's going to happen or not, but it's not enough to like get an animal and start taking care of it. So that's that when it comes to animals. I'll address what I'm going to do with the rest of my animals when the time comes. To be honest, I don't have a total 100% plan yet, because, I mean, it's still probably about a year away before I move, so I'll still probably get more animals before I start selling a bunch off, or whatever I may do, I'll talk about later on in a year or so, right before I move. People were wondering why I'm moving to Australia, or why I want to move to Australia. There's 2 reasons. If I can secure a master's position for Australia, or even just research experience, something like that, that would be sweet, and I would definitely do that. I kind of need to start looking for that. I'm really not looking for anything until probably September, but we'll see kind of what happens in that instance. If I do get a master's position, then I might not move to Australia. It kind of depends on what the supervisors and stuff are looking for. The other side of things is if I don't get something like that, or if I don't find a really reliable job like at the zoo or something like that, by probably around this time next year, I will end up going to Australia. It's super easy for Canadians to secure a visa. It's a lot harder for Americans, so sucks to suck, but for Canadians, it's pretty much an application process. Throw in your details, and I've even heard of people getting their visa within like 20 minutes. It can take up to 30 days, I'm pretty sure, is like the window. I have a couple concerns when it comes to moving to Australia. Really, my main concern is with my animals. I have a lot, and that's something that I really don't want to lose. They do mean a lot to me. And let me know in the comments down below if you'd be interested in me making a video about what reptiles have done for me personally. It would be kind of cool to reflect on how much they've influenced my life and where I might be without them. So if you guys are interested in that, definitely let me know in the comments. The secondary concern that is related to the animals is my YouTube channel. Is you guys. I know there are some of you that would follow me if I was to continue posting on this channel from Australia. Obviously, I'll still post reptile content. I just don't know how regular it would be. If you guys don't know, I do have a second Instagram account. I have my Graphic Phoenix 1, and then I have A Life Like Mike, and I actually have that YouTube channel as well. I'll document my process there and just kind of do vlog style and stuff like that for that channel. I don't expect a lot of you guys to follow it over there, but we're here. So that's kind of my main concern, is losing this channel. A lot of my life actually revolves around YouTube. I won't go in super into detail, but it's a lot of fun. It's crazy during May Madness, and I just love educating people, so it's kind of hard for me to just drop that and move away, because it's throwing this YouTube channel pretty much out the door. However, if you are interested in watching vlogs from Australia and stuff like that, I might continue to post them here and just kind of transition the channel into vlog style for like a year or two, and then transition back into the reptile swing of things. I kind of wish this was a live stream because I could ask you guys questions on things you want to know, but something else that is also happening in June and something that I'm really excited for is graduating. This year I ended up graduating university with a degree in biology. It's just general bio. I did have a ton of experience with zoology, as well as a lot of anthropology, specifically primatology, and yeah, that's something that I'm really looking forward to. I can't wait to just kind of be done with school for now, at least. I might do a research project, like a master's or even a PhD. I don't know yet. I walked the stage June 6th, and I could not be more stoked for it. It's going to be a lot of fun, hanging out with friends. I don't know if there's really any after parties or anything like that. I feel like there isn't, but if there is, I'll see if I can weasel my way in. You guys really don't care about my schooling. Come on, you guys care about my travel plans and what's coming on the channel this summer, so why don't we dive into it? I haven't mentioned it yet on the YouTube channel. If you guys don't follow my Instagram, then you probably don't know that I will be going to Pet Fest this year. Pet Fest, if you don't know what it is basically a large YouTuber gathering, all the pet community. It's an interesting experience, and it's definitely a place where you can network with friends, make new friends, and I'll actually be meeting up with Petco, The Dark Den, and Dion, Reptiliatus. I've had him on the channel a couple times doing live streams. I'll also be having Cat at my house from Tarantula Cat. It should be fun. We'll be there for 5 days total, and the event is only actually for 1 day, so if you guys are interested in Pet Fest, I guess I'll leave links down below and you guys can check it out. It's definitely worth the trip. There's a lot of YouTubers coming, not just myself. If you guys want pictures, selfies, just to talk, it's definitely a great place to come hang out, meet new people, talk reptiles, talk animals, that kind of deal. I guess I should mention the date for that. That's happening June 22nd. At the beginning of June, like I mentioned earlier, June 13th, I believe, I fly to Toronto. Me and my buddies are driving from Toronto down to Michigan to visit my buddy and visit the Reptarium, as well as I might get behind the scenes access to an aquarium in Ohio. I don't know about that quite yet, but yeah, I'm hoping it happens because that would be really cool. I believe we fly out of Michigan on the 19th of June and then land in Phoenix. Phoenix, we stay there for 5 days. I come back home on June 25th. Then I have a couple weeks of working and, you know, normal human stuff. And then July 15th or 14th, I believe, we leave very late at night and we get to Costa Rica. We're going to the Costa Rican Amphibian Research Center in Costa Rica, and we are going to be making a ton of videos. I'm planning to actually bring some data loggers, a UVB meter, and a couple different things just to experiment with some of the BS that goes on in the hobby about there being absolutely no UV exposure for crepuscular or nocturnal animals because, spoiler alert, they do go out in the sunshine. They do leave a foot out or their tail out to be exposed to UV exposure. There's a couple things that I want to kind of debunk, and as well as just see some really cool frogs, maybe some venomous snakes, and just go herping for a full week straight is basically what we're doing. From there, I fly from Costa Rica to Phoenix, and Phoenix is basically going to be a wild time. It's going to be, again, a ton of herping and just enjoying, relaxing a little bit, because after May Madness, we jump right into June and then right into July, and then I just kind of want to relax a little bit. So it'll be a lot of herping. It'll be a lot of just kind of sitting around and drinking beer and hanging out. So that's my summer. I guess that's my life update. If you guys are interested in talking about just random stuff, I'm willing to talk. You guys can hit me up on Instagram, GraphicPhoenix1, or on the screen right here, and hit me up with a DM. I'm down to talk about whatever. I'm an open book in general, in life, with my friends, everything like that. So if you ask a question, chances are you'll get an honest answer. Actually, some of you might have stayed around for this long video. I know it's been quite a lengthy one and it really hasn't had a main topic, but I did just kind of want to sit down and give you guys a life update as what has happened in the past year and what is happening this summer. So that's actually going to do it for this video. I really hope you guys did enjoy. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, anything like that, leave them in the comment section. I'm happy to answer them. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you smash that like button, and if you want to see the rest of May Madness, be sure to click that subscribe button because there are still a couple really cool videos that will be coming out in May Madness, so you guys will definitely enjoy and want to see it. I hope I didn't bore you guys too much, and I hope you enjoyed the video. I want to thank you all very much for watching. We'll see you tomorrow for a very cool Uromastyx bring home. I guess it's not an unboxing because I bred captive bred Uromastyx, so we'll catch you next video. Later.